Hi world, hi universe. You see me again in 100 Days Live with Sonya. And this is the place for the expert to share their experiences and also their expertise and of course their strategies in life and business. And today we have a beautiful guest. Hey, you see? She's like an artist, I told her. She's Maria Andreasson-Medina, if I pronounce her name right.
That's
And
me.
she's a team or consultant of Proctor Gallagher. And she's going to share with us about the theater of your mind. I don't know. Are we going to play an artist and something or play today? We are going to ask her. Welcome, Maria. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so honored.
Thank you. What did make you come to 100 Days Live with Sonia then?
Well, I was absolutely recommended this beautiful podcast that you have, and I could just, I don't know, it just felt like the universe was talking to me to say yes to this. So I'm super happy about it.
Thank you. And then, yeah, and you are a very busy lady. That's why I say, is it okay for you to join us? And I have to make sure, just like the other speakers, I know some of them are really busy, and yeah, we need to stick on the schedule, of course. And then, Maria, what did make you to jump into the coaching business?
For a long time, I have always been on the journey of always helping people, and I think
Mm,
that I started my journey thinking that I was going to be a psychiatrist, but but I felt that that wasn't really my calling. But after being in the hospitality business, by hotels,
mm,
meetings, and everything,
mm,
I realized that. If you want to become a leader, you need to become a coach to understand and really guide the people that you are in. And after being on those positions, I actually thought that I needed to have that skill. So I became a consultant and
mm.
ended deep in what is with the leadership coaching. And from there, I just was blown away with all the knowledge that you can have. And from there, I went to emotional intelligence. From emotional intelligence, I went to actually going deeper in how our mind works. And that's where I actually started my journey with Proctor and his team.
When you come into the coaching business, did you join them directly? Because I read on your bio that also you change the organization sometimes.
Yes, yes. It's no, I didn't start with them directly. I started in 2017 with the coaching, and I joined Bob Proctor's team in 2019, actually. So it took me a while before I actually got that awareness. And that's the beautiful thing, that you have so many layers of awareness that you have to go through before you actually get to the point where you want to be at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. And then how did you join them for the first time? Did you apply for it or did you join their, what is it, sessions also?
I
Their
did apply
workshops and
for no
seminars?
problems. Yeah, I did it directly. The thing is that I saw a secret many years ago, but I forgot that Bob
Mm-hmm.
Proctor was actually part of that. And after talking with his consultants at the time, summer 2019, I really kind of got a little light bulb up that
Wow.
this guy was actually bigger than I thought, because it was just I'm a true fan of Tony Robbins and Robin Sharma, and by mistake, basically, I just got curious of the old man with white hair that was on the YouTube channel, and I started to really.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just a coincidence at the time, but now I know
yeah,
better.
it's also like an accident. I mean the beautiful accident, not coincidence then.
So it was actually quite funny, because talking to the guy there, it's like, no, but yeah,
Mm.
don't you know who Bob Proctor is? I was like, no, I don't. But
Oh.
the thing is with his knowledge and the way he teaches is that it's so easy to understand and to really
Mm-hmm.
understand the human mind and how we operate. And it has been a true fascinating journey to really come into this, and it has really changed my life forever.
Mm-hmm. And then what kind of coaching are you doing now? Because
So
there
right
are so
now,
many life coaching, then I get confused sometimes. What kind of life coach are you? You have to specialize, even though you are a life coach, right?
it is a life coach, but most of the life coach is actually a mindset coach. So I really go
Mm-hmm.
to help people understand how their mindset actually make the results that they make. So if you
Mm-hmm.
look at the results right now, it's based on past thoughts. And that's where I help people to really change their thoughts to be able to change their results in the future.
Mm-hmm. And
So
what kind of mindset do you coach from you for your clients?
oh, the mindset, it's wide. So to go in deep in that, you kind of need to understand from the go to the beginning of it, how we actually work, how we take in the knowledge, how
Mm.
we are one with the universe and everything that. So it's a very deep topic to talk about in this
Mm-hmm.
life. But I think the first step is to start realizing that we actually think in pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and from there we start creating the reality that we see.
So, the theater of your mind, would you like to explain why our mind is also a kind of theater or place or something like that?
Absolutely. The thing is, the theater of our minds is based on that
Mm-hmm.
we people, we think in pictures. We are people that have to use our higher faculties, our mental faculties, to really start using a full potential. And imagination is one of them. And it's actually the first step that you have to understand that you can control. Because if we don't control that part, we usually go after the what we see, hear, touch, smell, and taste. But if you only go
Mm-hmm.
after that, what we only doing is producing the same results from that we have from the past, because we everything we see right now is a product of what we have been thinking in the past. And if you are in that state of the past, you will always be creating the same results in the future as well. So what I mean with the theater of your mind is that you can start really using your imagination to really start
Mm-hmm.
creating. And it's the same thing like the computer we are in now, the program, the books, everything that we see, the chair that we're sitting on, it's all a picture that someone had in their mind before it actually was created. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing that we need to start taking control over. Because when we start to really picture up the life that we want, then we can start going towards that direction. But if we don't have a clear picture of that, well, most of the time we will be creating the same results that we already have.
So it looks like we are the director of the movie instead of the player of the movie by controlling our mind, right? But in these days, because there are so many things happening in the world, how can we control our mind? Because as you mentioned before, right, everything was from our thoughts before in our subconscious mind, right? And then how can we control them? Because there are so many uncertainty in this world today, right?
I love that you asked that, because the only way to start taking control over your mind is to make a decision.
Mm-mm.
And from that
Ah.
decision, you need to really start thinking, okay, what information am I actually putting into my mind that goes to my subconscious? And right now we have so many impulses from the news, from social media. So we are all the time looking and to really keep our mind busy. And if you start taking the decision that, okay, I will start to take control over the way that I think, which is, it's actually harder than you think in the beginning until you get the rhythm of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to start relaxing. You need to start to really go more, listen more to your intuition, start looking more to what you actually want. And from there, try to take away all the noise around you. So my recommendation is to really start meditating, start visualizing for yourself, and start feeling comfortable being with you. because most
What kind of,
afraid to be
yeah.
alone because they feel lonely. The thing is that you aren't lonely if you just decide to just be by yourself. It's a practice to really understand that, okay, you need to kind of start thinking, taking control over the thoughts that you have. But it's a very, there are a lot of techniques to that, absolutely.
Would you like to explain more how can we become lonely if we become ourselves and then go deeper into ourselves? Because actually we find ourselves, right, by doing that.
Exactly, because nowadays, now with the situation as it is in the world, that we are alone, like we are very isolated.
So much.
Yeah, with the COVID and everything. Um, First of all, you need to really understand that you are magnificent. You are an extraordinary human soul. And everything is based on vibrations. And when you start to really understand who you are, the best way to really kind of go deeper and to be comfortable with yourself is to start studying yourself. And by studying yourself, it's really to go to deeper understanding of the knowledge of how you operate, how you use your mind. So this is actually the most perfect situation to start actually developing yourself. Because when you start to understanding, it's when you start eliminating doubts, it's when you start eliminating anxieties, start eliminating all the negative thoughts that you have. But people usually don't really take the time to really study themselves. So what they do, they just are operated by the old paradigm. Paradigms is a system of beliefs. It's a belief system that we have. And to really start getting more comfortable with you, you need to start understanding who you are. And from there, start to create the persona that you want. But that's another topic as well. But it's mostly that you need to gathering that knowledge that you need to keep your mind occupied on the right vibrations, on the right thoughts, on the positive thoughts of you.
Wow, it's getting deeper what we are talking about. And then Team Gillette say, hey, good evening, ladies. Good evening, Team. Team Gillette is one of my mentor, and also he is one of the sponsors of 100 Days Live with Sonya. And I was in his show, and I am going to be in his show again for his event tomorrow, I think, or the day after tomorrow. And I thank him so much for joining us today. And Maria, in this case, if they are having, no companion as they are in lockdown or being isolated, right? And then what can they do to find themselves again? Because there are so many people, I believe that they lost themselves because of the uncontrollable situation, right? In uncertainty that we don't know when it ends or when it gets better, something like that.
The people that come to that situation, the thing is that we in that situation you are so aware of the circumstances, and the circumstances, as I said, is a product of the old. And to be able to start creating, start to understanding the pictures that you have and actually start to eliminate the fears that you have, because you cannot create in fear. And to be able to really start changing your situation, you need to start changing the mindset that you have. And changing that mindset, it requires that you start taking control over your thoughts. It start taking control over your feelings. It start taking control over the information that you put into yourself. And we all are in the same situation. I haven't seen my family for almost a year now. It's only trying to relax and to really start seeing the things as they are, and not putting too much emotional involvement in that. If you're gonna be emotionally involved, be that on the positive and the creative part of you. But if you start being emotionally involved in all the negative, that's the thing that you will be attracting more to you. You will be attracting less clients. You will be attracting less income. But if you start changing that and start try to attract the abundance to you, then it's because that you have changed your mindset. You have changed the beliefs in your belief system, the paradigms. And there you can actually start creating new results, even though you feel that it's nothing happening right now, but on a completely different level, everything is starting to get in motion there.
And what kind of visualization method that you do with your clients?
Sorry, what did you say?
What kind of visualization method that you apply with your clients? I mean, what do they do
Well,
for visualization? Yeah, what kind
yeah.
of visualization that they do?
The best visualization has been actually meditating, to really start putting aside time for you, meditating. And I love to study Neville Goddard, and that's what I always recommend my clients, that case, to really go deep into understanding and the knowledge behind it. And he goes very, very deep in how you manifest. And but if what I don't teach visualization per se, but I do always recommend that meditation is a great way to really calm the thoughts that you have, to really just stop thinking a little bit. And when you stop thinking, you start kind of creating the space that you need to be creative. And from there, you can use music, for example, to really get the emotional involvement, to really start getting the pictures that you want. And I will tell you that, I'm going to be honest, in the beginning, when I tried to visualize, I was completely black. But that's because it's a mental muscle you need to work with every day to be able to really develop. And the more you use that mental faculty, the easier it will be. The beginning for me was completely black. I didn't really see any picture because I wasn't used to using my imagination consciously. But we always think in pictures. But usually we always have you don't really have the control over them until you actually take control of it.
How long did it take for you to practice meditation? Did you do it after joining this Proctor or before that?
I wish I
did
started before. I don't know. I've been hurt here. Like, I was one of these people that I thought that meditation wasn't for me because I was so busy and I never had time for it. And like, it didn't work. I was that kind of person. But I started with serious meditation when COVID started in April. In March, at least here in Norway. And they started with the lockdowns, and I was at home with my daughter, who's 3 years old. And I realized that I was very stressed at that point. And then I started to use the knowledge that I had, that I knew that, okay, meditation is something that we always have been recommended. And I started to really meditate every day. And I started to find those little times when everyone was asleep or when everyone was like away. And that's when I started to take that time, half an hour, sometimes 15 minutes. And now I can meditate for 2 hours if I want to. But at that time, I started with 15 minutes, and that was a long, long time. I felt that.
Yeah, I felt the same with meditation, actually.
Yeah, and it's actually funny.
And you do it for 2 hours.
Yeah. So that's the funny part. So I go to the gym. It's like really just taking the small steps in the beginning. If you can only visualize or meditate for 5 minutes, that's fine. If you meditate for 1 minute, it's fine. The thing is that just start. And with time, doing this a little bit every day, or at least as often as you can, you will start to really stretch that. And you will start really getting more control over that. And you will think it's really fun at the end. Because suddenly you will start experiencing stuff that you never experienced before. And you will feel so at ease with yourself.
This is funny that it seems that we are on the same page about meditation. I also don't do it a lot, but I do it when we are in an event or something like that. Then I did it for yeah more than 1 hour, of course. But then in my workshop, sometimes I do this kind of meditation only for relaxation and also for the participant to focus again on our materials, right? Sometimes after lunch or when they start to be sleepy, after the lunch time. So yeah, not a lot, but they love it. They love it, even though I don't do that alone, only to make them get back to their focus. And
Exactly.
yeah, and you do that also for your clients. It is funny to hear that.
No, but I think that is a crucial part to really, like really expand yourself, to really
Hmm.
grow. Because
Hmm.
I never thought meditation had such an impact in you, but it does. It really, really does.
Yeah, to calm our mind also. And then if you are in depression before, so that just like last year, and then you take the meditation as your solution, did you reach also someone else for help, or did you try to overcome yourself?
I don't think I understand the question. Sorry.
I mean, when you are in depression or you are stressed about something, did you ask for help to the experts or someone else, or did you just try it by yourself to overcome it?
I think that stress is something that I always thought was the most natural part of life. And
Mm,
I've been in a lot of pressured situations. And but no, at that time I didn't ask for help, but I wish I had. And I think that when you have the courage to ask for help there and you find this kind of technique, there is one technique that's really helped people when you are
mm-hmm,
in a real pressed situation, and it's actually creating an own space in your mind where you can just go and like it's like this mental room that you can create in your mind. And I know that Maxwell Maltz talks about this in cybernetics, that you create a mental picture about the perfect room where you can go and just relax.
mm,
And when you enter that room, you have to forget everything around you and just take 5 minutes. When you it's a way to kind of um, depressure, like take away all the pressure around, where you can just start relaxing and just find a center in you before you can go into the next task. And I would absolutely recommend people to start thinking about this mental room and start
mm,
it could be a landscape, it could be a room, it could be like, but have the details, feel how it would feel to be in that room, because feeling is so important to really start to really make things real. The feeling is actually the secret to a lot of things, but most of us, we just think that feelings is something that we don't really need to have in the situation when we are stressed or whatever, like, but feelings is actually a way to guide us. It's data that we need to take from the subconscious. We usually talk about the emotional mind, and it's when
mm-hmm,
the subconscious, and it's where the feelings are, because we are really all the time taking in so much information that we don't have in the conscious mind, but a subconscious mind takes in everything. And that's where the feeling has a very crucial role to really guide you in the right
mm-hmm,
direction. But this, as I'm going to go back to the mental room. So
yeah.
understanding the mental room is really to really have a space for yourself. And
Mm-hmm,
Marcus Aurelius usually talked about that. People go on vacations, they go away, like they create in the circumstance, they change the environment. But if you can learn to really change the environment in your own mind, that's where you will find the true peace. So really having this mental little room in your mind where you can go and just relax and be you, it's actually a way to really get yourself centered again and kind of be connected to yourself. And that really takes you to a different kind of calmness within you.
Yeah, it is very beautiful, and it is a great point that you mentioned. We need to accept stress as a natural thing, right? And then it sounds like we have to embrace ourselves. While when we have the stress, actually, we tend to be panic, right? And then yeah, that's why
Absolutely.
what you said is might be cannot be accepted by most people who haven't tried how to embrace their stress as a part of themselves before. And then when the people come to you, what problems do they have when they ask for your help?
It's mostly that they need to increase their financial situations. It could be
Mm-hmm.
that they, a lot of people are business owners, and they need to kind of
Mm-hmm.
create order in the chaos of their mind as well. And there are it's actually a lot of different scenarios, but mostly it's business owners that need to kind of level up their income. They want to um, get their business going or really want to get to the next level.
And because you joined the big institution like this, of course, your clients are all from any countries in the whole world, right?
Yes, I go very international, so yeah.
And if I may be honest, how much should they pay for joining your session?
It's we had different programs, so it kind of depends what kind of
Mm-hmm.
coach that you're leading at the moment.
Yeah, I never asked this, but this is important so that the people can reach you out when they need you. But do they have to register first through the proctor, or just connect with you
No, no, no.
directly? No.
Connect with any Proctor Gallagher consultant. So
Mm.
absolutely, it's not required that you need to go through be registered at them, but we will.
Mm-mm.
It's a natural part when you accept and we are on the same level that you want to, yeah, help the people. So
Wow, yeah, it is a great conversation this morning. And if you like this, please register to our coachinguniverse.anitasonya.com. Our coachinguniverse.anitasonya.com, because if you upgrade into VIP, then you can get all of the records of our session for 100 days live with Sonya. And Maria, one thing that I would like to know also, what kind of belief that you have right now among this uncertainty in this era?
what kind of belief that I have?
Yeah,
Um,
about the life, about the business, what do you want to happen next?
my belief is that we are untapping, like we are not using the potential that we have at the moment. And for me,
Mm-hmm.
my mission is to really unlock people from that mental prison that we are in, that I was in as well. And to step out to that freedom, it's something that it's a beautiful, beautiful journey. And you will never feel really rich until you actually step out to that freedom, to understanding and having control over your mind.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yes, it sounds like it is from your own experience in your life journey.
Yeah, it really is.
And what are your goals this year for your life and business?
Uh, well, I think that I have worked a lot with my private life now this last year,
Mm.
and I felt that this material has really helped me. And for the business part, I think that I would like to go more international than I've been doing before. So yeah, that's actually my mission. I think to reach out to more people, to help more people around the world.
Yeah, I wish you a lot of luck for that. I believe that you can do that. And well, the last question, at least this is not the last, but what do you think about 100 Days Life with Sonya and Sonya herself?
Beautiful. And I so
Thank
many
you.
people have a lot of like. It's amazing that you are doing this for every listener here because it's people need this. So you're doing a great
Thank
job.
you. Thank you. That's why I put on the priority everyone who has been referred by our lovely friend Christiana Tudor, right? So Yeah, and I hope that you will come again to our next programs if I invite you. And then, do you have any message for our viewers when they watch us later?
Sorry, what you said that if I have
Yeah, do you have any message for our viewers today and also the other ones who are going to watch us?
any messages, let's see.
Mm-mm.
My message would be that um, I want to say that love yourself, and because love is such a it's one of the most powerful feelings that we can have, and
Mm-hmm.
when you love yourself, you will start attracting the right things to you.
I believe so. That is very beautiful again. And I thank you for coming here today. And how can the people contact you easily after this?
I am on LinkedIn and I am on Facebook, so just search my name and you will find it. And I'm happy to connect with anyone who's interested in just having a talk. So
Great. And I think you have a giveaway for our viewers today. If you do, then you can put it in the link later. Maybe your
I
free
will. I will.
program or. And once more, I thank you so much. And I would like to thank our sponsor today, livestreamuniverse.com, livestreamuniverse.com. Thank you for supporting our program so that this show happens. And I'll see you again next. See you. Bye bye. Thank you,
I thank you so
Maria.
much.